it's Chrissy at Pinovate. This tutorial is for our super cute little pumpkin wooden slab kind of fall autumn decor. It's great for Thanksgiving, it's great for Halloween, or just kind of all for like September and October. It says welcome to our patch. It's very, very easy to make and absolutely adorable. So in your kit, you are going to get a wooden slab with like a nice raw edge, a sponge brush and some paint, a miscellaneous mixture of fabric leaves, a little stick for the stem on the top, as well as some green floral wire to make some curly cues, as well as some ribbon to add that little extra touch, a vinyl that says welcome to our patch. This is optional, so you can add this on or you can leave it off, whatever you like. The only other things that you're going to need are a glue gun and some scissors. So grab all your supplies and we'll get started. Okay, so I have my slab already, I have my paint, and I have my brush. So our first step is to paint straight onto our slab. But before I do that, I'm actually gonna pick which side I want to paint first. So I see there's a little bit of a mark on this side, so I'm gonna paint this side. And then the other thing I wanna do is kind of find a spot where it's going to stand flat. So that's gonna be my bottom, and then this is gonna be my top. Okay, so once we are ready, I'm just going to dip my brush directly into my paint, take a little bit, and then as I'm painting, I actually want to leave just a little bit of that raw edge. I wanna see that because it adds such a nice addition to this piece. So I'm not gonna go all the way to my edge. I'm gonna leave a little bit, and then I'm just going to go all the way around and paint. I'm gonna do one coat, let it dry, and then do a second coat. Okay, so I've finished my first coat. I've left an edge all the way around, and I'm just gonna let this dry. And I'm gonna go in and do a second coat because of the wood grain, sometimes my paint doesn't quite get in where I need it to. So again, I'm gonna let this dry, do a second coat, and then we're ready to move on. Perfect, so I have 2 coats of paint on here, and it is totally dry to the touch, which means we are ready to move on. So I have my hot glue gun heating up, but while that is getting ready to go, I'm going to use my green floral wire. And I'm gonna make a couple little curly cues with that. So in order to do this, you can either take the back side of your brush, or you could use a pen, a pencil crayon, just something that is round that you can wrap around. It doesn't matter what it is. So with this, I am just going to start wrapping this wire all the way around. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna make some little kind of curly cue vines. All right, so I have one and I have these little ends on there. I'm just gonna trim them off with some scissors in a moment, but I'm gonna do my second one first. So I'm just gonna slide this right off, and you have a cute little vine. Ready for the second one? All right, and then there is my second little vine. All right, so I have prepped my little vines. I'm just gonna set these off to the side, and my hot glue gun is ready to go. So I'm going to take my stick and make a little stem. So I remember, so this is the side that kind of stands, the bottom is nice and flat there. So I wanna put my stem at the top here. So whatever works best for you. So I might actually glue mine maybe to the front of mine here rather than directly on the top. I'm gonna glue mine just to the front. So again, using my hot glue gun, put a little bit of glue. And again, this is all gonna get covered up with your leaves. So I like to hold mine down until that glue dries or cools. And there we go. All right, so the rest of this is all fun. You can make this however you want, which is really nice. This is where you get to be creative. So you have your leaves, you have your little vines, and then we're gonna put our ribbon on at the end. But I am gonna maybe I'm gonna start with my vines and kind of place them. I maybe want one up and one down. And then I'll start placing my leaves on top. Again, this is all with my hot glue gun. And we're just gonna have some fun with it. Okay, so I've added some leaves. I've added my little vines on there as well. I didn't use all of my leaves, and that's okay. So I'm happy with this, and then now we're going to add our ribbon. So in your kit, you have a piece of ribbon as well as a small little piece of leather. And again, you can do this however you want. You do not have to follow me exactly. You can be super creative however you like. But I'm just going to tie a bow and just put it right at the top. Nice and simple. All right, so I'm happy with that bow. I have it the size that I like. I'm just gonna attach it with my hot glue again. All right, now you have this piece of leather. You can use it, you don't have to use it, whatever you like. But again, I'm just gonna make another little bow and just place it right on top. So we have a little double bow with different textures. All right, so nice cute little bow, and I'm just gonna glue that right on top of this one. All right, so there is my pumpkin. You have one more step that is optional, and that is to add your welcome to our patch decal, or our little like vinyl sticker. So you don't have to add this on. If you like it just like this, it is perfect as it is. If you want to add it on, I will show you how to do that. So your vinyl, it comes in 3 parts. You have a paper backing, you have the white letters in there, and then you have a clear transfer tape on top. So it's like a little bit of a sandwich. So the first step you're gonna do is you're gonna flip it over and you're going to rub it. We want all of those letters to stick to our transfer tape. Okay, once you have that rubbed down, we are going to peel off our paper backing. Okay, so we want the paper to come off, and we want all of those letters sticking to our clear transfer tape. If they don't come up, we're just going to give them another little press down and another little rub to make sure that they do stick. Be patient with this part. This is probably the most time consuming. All right, the backing is gone. We now have our letters and our transfer tape. So we're gonna place this wherever we want. I'm just gonna pop it right at the bottom, but if you wanted to go off to the side, if you wanted to do it at the top, whatever you like, right in the middle, no problem. Okay, and now we're going to rub again. So for this part, we're trying to stick these little letters onto kind of a rough surface. So this might take some time to do. I suggest using a scraper of some sort, so perhaps a credit card. That's going to help get all of these little letters to stick. Okay, now once that is scraped down, we want to peel off our clear transfer tape very carefully. So in order to do that, rather than pulling up and pulling it off, we're actually going to roll it and peel it back against itself. That works the best for keeping the letters stuck to our board. And again, if they start to come up, just give them another little press down. Again, take your time and be patient. And there we go. If your ribbons seem to be a little bit too long and you want them shorter, this is where your scissors come in. Okay, you can always just give those a little trim to where you like them. And there is your pumpkin. Thank you so much for following along this tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed it. And you guys created a super cute pumpkin, so we would love to see them. So please take a picture and tag us on Instagram at Pinovate and DIY Delivery. We're also on Facebook and YouTube, so follow us there as well. And we'll see you soon. Happy Halloween!